My name is James Williams Jr. This is Cover Habit number 2. So I don't know if you guys are aware that Meet the Press with Chuck Todd is like one of my favorite shows. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the ass hats in the background. So I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick. I watched Meet the Press this morning. Well, I just watched it like about maybe 45 minutes ago. It's a good show, And they touched on some really deep shit. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, then you guys need to go and I guess it's NBC.com online or whatever and check out Meet the Press with Chuck Todd. So they talked on the Donald and all the Congress BS and everything, and that's basically what I'm gonna touch on right now. Now I'm pretty sure I deleted it, so I can't go back and show you guys any flashbacks. But one of the governors and who he spoke with, he hit the hammer on the head of the nail with the shit he was saying about how everybody needs to make up their mind and not rely on Washington and make decisions and things. And they're talking about how Obama pardoned some people who were not worth pardoning, and then Donald Trump just did the same thing to a guy who is basically a devout police officer who is a racist who does fucking racial profiling on Latino people, which means he probably put me over because I look Latino, but I'm not Latino. I'm Cherokee and black and white, and he probably would have never known that just by looking at me. But oh, we got another Mexican. Let's pull his ass over. So basically, that's what that boiled down to. So, as a person of mixed ethnicity and have had this shit happen to me before, you know, you kind of have to wonder is these claims of him that I keep posting about him being a racist true or not? And it's like you guys are like still sleeping on the Plymouth Rock here. Yes, the man is his actions don't show you guys that he is a racist, then you all need glasses. Alright? I bring this up every time that I promote this bastard. Because he is a bastard. I promote him every time I open up my mouth. Every video that I make condemning Donald Trump is only feeding his propaganda machine. So I'm gonna have to stop making these videos that reflect Donald Trump. But he does so much shit that just pisses me the fuck off. So I have to say it, and this video is not for children or Trump supporters or fans or whatever. But yeah, you know, the thing with Trump, for you people who don't think he's a racist, I'm going to point you in the direction of the Standing Rock Sioux Indians. Again, I'm going to point you into how he attacks um, I'm gonna point you. Sorry, I had to answer that text. Friend in need. I had to point you in the direction of the Sioux Indians. I had to point you in the direction of the Muslims. I had to point you in the direction of the shit that he said in my hometown incident with Miss Heather Heyer losing her life over these damn statues. You cannot keep looking yourselves in the mirror every day and saying that this man is not a racist on some level or another. Because if you don't believe he's a racist, you are either a white person that is blind as a bat, or you are just one of these people who, no matter if the forest was standing right in front of you and every tree got up and slapped you, you can't see the forest for the trees. Now, you may think that I'm being a racist. I don't have the right to be a racist. My three ancestors built this country. My white ancestors, my black ancestors, my Native American ancestors who sacrificed the most because they lost this country. So I don't have the right to be a racist, but I do have the right to my opinion. I'm not trying to make any racist statements intentionally. I'm not trying to make you guys who support Donald Trump feel like you're a racist. But you are supporting a straight up devout racist. And you don't have to believe it, and you don't have to like what I have to say. You are free to voice your opinion down there, and that's cool. But the simple fact is, the man is racist. You don't like it, that's cool. But he gave a pardon to a man who specifically does racial profiling. Alright, cool. I get that. Because Obama gave a pardon to a guy who was in the army, who was captured, who he made negotiations to free him. And by the way, the guy he freed was a white man, and they condemned him for it because they said that the army soldier that he freed, got freed, gave a pardon to, was a traitor, or he left his post. He was a deserter, not a traitor. Excuse me. I'm sorry for that. And then he gave a pardon to the transgender soldier, who I'm not sure was a man first or was a woman first. Not that it fucking matters, but Obama pardoned that person. Trying to make sure I don't sound like a racist son of a bitch when I said that, because the transgender community, there's a lot of prejudice going on against them, and they touched on that too. So I'm going to touch on that. Apparently, this ban to get transgender people out of the military is going into effect. It's going into full effect. I don't know why. I don't understand why you think that you have the right to take away our right to fight for our country. Now, I say our because I'm a vet. I'm not a transgender, but military, we take care of our own, right? Even if you hate my fucking guts and you were in Bravo with me, you're gonna be behind me on this. Because soldiers, we don't like each other, but we ain't gonna let nobody else fuck with us either. And we take care of our own. And that goes probably more for Army and Marines than any other branch. Maybe Coast Guard, maybe Navy. I don't know. I wasn't in any of them, but I can speak for the Army because I was in the Army. And hell or high water, once a soldier, always a soldier, and it doesn't matter what fucking branch you are. You, as a human being, as a citizen of the United States of America, you have the right to defend this country. Freedom has a price. Sometimes we soldiers make the ultimate sacrifice, and we don't come home. You understand that? We don't come home. This asshole, as the president, thinks he has the right to stop you from serving because you're a man who wants to be a woman. You were born in the wrong body. You were assigned male at birth, but you feel female. Okay, I understand that. I watch the fuck out of I Am Jazz. I support her, and I support you. Mostly I support you because you're a soldier. But no one knows how hard it is to be a transgender person if they're not transgender. I don't know how hard it is. I don't know how hard it is to be gay because I'm not gay. But I will tell you this. They are braver than the bravest of us all, because they choose to actually live their lives and not live a lie and pretend to be something that they're not. No. Now, you can have a gender identity crisis and you can be confused. And like I said, and I'll say this 1,000 times before, and lesbians, please forgive me because this is going to be exceptionally offensive to you. If I was a woman, I would be a lesbian. Mostly because of this. Looks like it hurts a lot. And I'm not really down with pain. Even though women have been scientifically and physiologically proven to be tougher than men on the pain threshold because they have to push another human being out of their body. Also, they can bleed for 7 days and not die. Now that we got that established, and again to all the women that I just offended, I did not mean that in an offensive or sexual manner. I meant it as a fucking point of how I see the shit. Alright? This asshole, this red-headed ginger, this backstabbing, knife-wielding bastard that has changed the dynamic of a black man who wrote down a protection order for a tribe of Native Americans. Now, I'm part of Cherokee. I'm not Sioux. But as a Cherokee, I still feel that those tribal people are my brothers. And what he's done with Standing Rock is a crock of shit. Devout fucking racist. Right there. People in his cabinet that he put in before he fired because it was making him look bad politically. Devout fucking racist. David Duke, in my town of Charlottesville, Virginia, while I'm at home, going downtown with the rest of the rioters, talking about we're going to take back this country and make it more like it's supposed to be, and we're going to honor Donald Trump's promise. Okay, so now we have the first outed known racist outing the president. We have a problem here in this country that no one really wants to address. And it's not just Donald Trump. It's the fact that racism is not something that has been just, not here. He just made it okay for it to become a festering boil of shit. My town has always been racist. I've had many racist incidences. However, I'm going to be honest. I haven't really had that many from white people. I've had more racist incidents from black people because they just don't know what the fuck I am. I've been called a spick by both. I've been called a half-breed by both. But I've had more worse racial experiences from black people than white people. I've had maybe 4 white incidences versus maybe 6 black incidences. I've had 1 racist incident with Native Americans, but they weren't from here. They were from a tribe somewhere out west. They played wheelchair basketball, and the guy just totally didn't like me. And it happened to be because I'm either not of his tribe or because I'm a fucking mixed breed. I'm not a pureblood. So I personally can detest that there was an equal amount of racist people on every side of the track. Now, I know I haven't met Big Bear, and Big Bear came here like maybe 3 years ago over the Sacagawea statue. Now, I don't like the Sacagawea statue, and it's not because I'm a douchebag. It's just because the Sacagawea statue, in my opinion, is degrading the Sacagawea because she's kneeling behind two white fellas, you know. And I'm sure you guys don't think that that's a big fucking deal. And to y'all, it very well may not be a big fucking deal. But to some people, it is a big deal. You know, it may be a bigger deal than most people want to admit to. But, you know, Big Bear came down, he spoke, he made his point, he went home. Statue hasn't been torn down, statue hasn't been destroyed or covered up, and no one died. Again, did I mention no one died? All of a sudden, the the Lee and Jefferson statues and the clusterfuck that is, and a young lady dies. No, let me point that out. A young lady dies. Now I'm going to show you this Sacagawea statue. You're going to have to forgive Stanley because he's in the statue. No, if I can find the damn picture of the statue. Alright, so here's a statue. Yeah, that little kneeling person down there by my ring finger. That finger right there. Well, okay, wrong finger. Right there, where the ring finger is. That's Sacagawea. The only thing that pisses me off about this statue, because I'm part Cherokee Indian, and Sacagawea really didn't have a tribe. She's got on Timberland boots. No, I'm sorry, she does have on boots and not moccasins. If you look real carefully, you can see that she's wearing boots. Those are not moccasins. They didn't even have those type of boots back then. And if they did, our people didn't wear them. We had moccasins. Anyway, the only thing that pisses me off about that is that she's kneeling behind two men when, in my personal opinion, since she showed them the way across the land, she should be standing up. You know? That's the only complaint I have about it. She should be standing up. They should take the statue down, rebuild it, put it back up with her in the front, and her husband should also be there. Because if you read the book that they have, her husband's mentioned in there, but not mentioned in most of the history books. So, why is her husband not on the statue? Why is she kneeling behind two white men? Outside of that, you know, I've got nothing negative to say about it. Sacagawea is a very important part of American history. Charlottesville doesn't have a Pocahontas statue, however. I couldn't figure out why that is. I'm still trying to find out why that is. But for the most part, you know, the president is a racist. Now, when he came out and said that there was trouble on both sides, you know, I'm not going to say he was completely wrong, but I'm not going to support that because the simple fact is that, you know, this shit didn't have to happen. This young lady didn't have to lose her life. This shit didn't have to happen over no motherfucking statues. And to be all honest with you, I don't give a damn about the statues being in or out of the park. I really don't. I don't care. Because as a person who's part Cherokee, we don't have really any monuments here. You know, we have some statues with Indians either having guns drawn on them or they're kneeling behind people. So, you know, I don't care. I'm James from Jr.'s Compound number 2. Think about that shit. Be seeing you.